Hi everyone, it's Liam here from Rating the Races. So we are back for day 4 of our analysis, looking at the races at Royal Ascot. Starting off in the 2:30, the Albany Stakes, the Group 3 for the fillies, 6 furlong race, and there are two here that do jump out at me. And to be honest, they're the favourites, aren't they? It is a little bit frustrating. Let me just check out the market. Sun Goddess and Silent Beauty. They really do jump out for the obvious reasons. Sun Goddess, it's top rated, was making a debut over 5, went up to 6, stepped forward for that by going up to 6, runs again over 6. She's going to go well, isn't she? Is she the price she is because she's Aidan O'Brien and Ryan Moore, though? Does Silent Beauty deserve a bit more respect than what she's been given? She was a good winner. She was obviously a very expensive purchase. She was a very good winner at Yarmouth and, you know, got a massive R figure for that. A better R figure on debut than Sun Goddess did. Granted, Sun Goddess has then improved for that and, you know, over the 6 furlongs. If she'd been running over 6, is that what she would have run on her debut? It's between those two, isn't it? I'm going to play them both on the basis that if Sun Goddess wins, we pretty much get our money back. You can get 6 to 5. So you'd make a tiny little profit if Sun Goddess wins. If Silent Beauty wins, and actually Sun Goddess is overrated, then we make a decent profit. I personally don't feel there's a huge amount between them. And if Silent Beauty does step forward, then I feel like she's going to really serve it up to Sun Goddess. Obviously it's a really good race. Lots in this with great chances, and I'm sure plenty informative going forward. So certainly look out for those in behind as well. But yeah, I'm going to take both of those. In the first race at Ascot. Moving on to the second race. To be honest, this is another very obvious selection. Can't go against the short-priced favourite here, Venetian Sun. If I just have a look at the market, 6 to 4. I don't think 6 to 4 is a bad price, to be honest. When dropped back down in trip to 6 furlongs, massive R figure, absolutely massive. That is, she will be too good for her rivals here. I'm pretty confident of that. They tried to run her in the Guineas. Well, they did run her in the Guineas, and she just didn't stay. She's back to 6 furlongs. She's won at Haydock. She's also won the. What did she win last year here? At Royal Ascot. And yeah, she's just a 6 furlong horse, isn't she? She also beat Gustad over 6 furlongs back in August of last year. She's a 6 furlong horse. I think she wins again over this 6 furlong trip. She's a fairly obvious one. What you could do there is, if you are really confident of Sun Goddess in the first, put them in a double. Venetian Sun and Sun Goddess, that wouldn't be the worst way to go about that the first couple of races there at Ascot. Moving on to the 340, and there's 2 in this that we like. One of these we actually put up a couple of days ago on the basis that the form was incredibly well franked. That was when that's Hopewell Rock, who was 3rd behind Daiquiri Bay and Gamrai last time out at Newmarket. They have both come out and finished 1st and 2nd again in the Copper Horse Handicap over 1 mile and 6. Massive form frank there for Hopewell Rock. Hopewell Rock has also been purchased by Wathnan Racing. They know what they're doing. I actually think they're very good at purchasing horses. They do get a lot that then end up going and running big races. And to be honest, I can't get away from the other one who's actually at the head of the market, I think. He is indeed. Warrant Holder. Very lightly raced. Very progressive. As I said, I was a little bit disappointed with Thunder Run's run yesterday. I thought he'd run a bit better than what he did. He finished mid-division at Ascot, and he was coming from being beaten by Warrant Holder. I want to forgive Thunder Run that run, and therefore I want to forgive that form a little bit, and I just think Warrant Holder could be a group horse in a handicap. Hopewell Rock is going to be a very good handicapper. Is Warrant Holder the group horse running in this handicap, though? Still, as I said, lightly raced, improving, progressive. Goes back up to this trip, which I think will suit. That they brought him back to 1 mile and 2 for his seasonal reappearance at York. Probably knowing that whatever we do here, we're going to improve again when we go back up in trip to 1.5 miles. If that had been over 1.5 miles, he might have absolutely, walloped to them and gone up 10, 15 pounds. Something crazy. By running him over 1 mile and 2, they got a £5 rise, whereas now they're going back up in trip. He's gone back up to 1 mile and 4. I think that will really suit him, and I think he's going to run a really big race. And those two at the head of the market do look the two to be on, to be honest. We then move on to the Coronation Stakes, the mile for the fillies, the Group 1, and it's another boring one, isn't it? Head of the market, Precise wins again. She beats True Love for the second time this season. Yes, she got beat in the 1,000 guineas at Newmarket. Clearly, things didn't go to plan. She's bounced back by winning the 1,000 guineas at the Curragh, the Irish 1,000 guineas, beating True Love by the distance that we would expect. I expect her to do exactly the same again tomorrow and win again tomorrow by 2.5, 3 lengths. Just can't take her on, to be honest. Very boring. Again, you could put them in multiples if you think they're the right few. Venetian Sun, Precise, maybe that one in the first. Is there something more to come a little bit later? Possibly. Let's keep going through them. We'll move on to the 5 o'clock, which is the Sandringham, the 1 mile handicap for the fillies. The Class 2, massive field. And there are 2 in here that kind of jump out to me. The first one being Bintaziza. I think is how I'm going to pronounce that. First couple of efforts were very good on the all-weather. Didn't really run to form next time out at Thirsk in a handicap. But I feel like things went against her. I feel like she was not only, reluctant to load to start with, she dropped out, hung under pressure. Things just didn't go to plan. And I feel like she maybe needed the run on the turf, didn't understand the turf and needed to get a feel of it before really kicking on. And I feel like tomorrow might be the day that she does that. I don't mind her form otherwise. If she'd run a bit closer, I'd have been really confident of her. I do like her profile, and I do like Bintaziza. But yeah, I just feel like things didn't go to plan last time, and that's why she got beat. And if she runs how they were expecting this time, I think she's going to go really well. And she's a bigger price than I thought she was going to be. Where is she? She's available at 12s. I'd have had her single figures. I do like her, and I do think she's still progressive. And this is essentially, in my opinion, like her second run. She's got some form, but it's on the all-weather. And now she's coming onto the turf for only her second run. And I think she'll really step forward from her first effort. Second horse that I like here is Muba. Why do they have to be such tricky names? Mubasima for Andrew Balding and James Doyle. This looks like a significant drop in class. Well, we know it is a significant drop in class. After winning on debut at Newmarket, since then she's been in a Group 3, a Group 3, a Group 1, and a Group 2. This is a much easier race. She only went off 7-2 last time out for a Group 2. This is, and you can kind of see that she's been performing well. Look at her R figures. They're all very consistent. This is all about how good are the 3-year-old fillies. If they are top class 3-year-old fillies, those are like the head of the 3-year-old fillies, the True Loves, the Precises, the Venetian Lace, etc., then we may find that Mubasima doesn't need to do a lot here, and actually she'll go very, very close to winning this. Off a handicap mark of 100. If they're not that good, and they're just basic, not basic, but moderate 3-year-old fillies, then Mubasima will probably struggle here. But I'm willing to give her a chance now that she's running in a handicap for the first time. She's been performing reasonably well in top class races, and this is a significant drop in class for me, and I think she can really get involved this time. Two more to go. Looking at the 5:35, the King Edward the 7th Stakes. Got to take on the favourite here, Water to Wine, purely on our ratings. Our ratings suggest that Water to Wine has to step up massively to get close to Causeway, who's got the form. You can see that Causeway has got the R figures in the bag. Water to Wine has not. And you know, it's a fairly obvious I have to be backing Causeway here. And yeah, I wouldn't want to be siding going anywhere else here. Causeway, and great for us, obviously, is not even favourite. Causeway is available at 2-1. I think Causeway will beat Water to Wine. And then finally, in the 6:10, the final race of the card, there are two that I like here. Starting off with Westport, who's one of these, how well handicapped is he? Having won a novice stakes, 2 novice stakes over 6, and then dropping back to 5, demonstrating that actually he still has the speed for 5 as well. He now runs in a handicap. Is he running in a handicap because they've gone, what on earth has the handicapper done, given us a mark of 95? That could be George Bowie's analysis here, in that he's like, we could have been going for a group race, but we've been given 95, we're thrown in. We're a Group 1 horse in the making. Why have we not been given a Group 1 handicap mark? To get a horse that's top rated, 3 from 3, in a handicap, I mean, we would be silly to ignore Westport here, to be honest. And he's not as short as I thought he was going to be honest. 8s, 9s, 9-1. I thought he'd be favourite. I'm really surprised he's not favourite, to be honest. Yeah, definitely thought he would be favourite in this race, in that he's probably the... I feel he might be the group horse that's been let in off a very low mark for what they were expecting. The second horse that I do like is May Angel. May Angel's an interesting one because has been relatively a short price in the last 2 handicaps and has performed pretty well for John and Thady Gosden under Oisin Murphy and William Buick. Now, the interesting thing for me, they were over 7 furlongs. You can see here. 7 furlongs and 7 furlongs. Only now are they dropping back to 5. They're giving it a go over 5. They're giving it a go over 5, and they can go to Oisin Murphy, you can be really, really positive on May Angel here. Go forward, take the ball by the horns, and play catch me if you can. Got enough experience, 6 runs under his belt, so should be straightforward jumping out. Go forward and see if you can almost hang on. See if you can prove that actually your trainer's got it wrong so far in his career by running over 7. Actually, would have been much better being aimed over 5. Just one that you could understand why May Angel could go and win this without too much attention on him. And you go, they had him running over the wrong trip. That's why. 14s and 16s, I don't think is a bad price about May Angel. Hopefully we can get jumped out, go forward. And if that is the case, and they do go forward on May Angel and try and really set a good pace, Westport in 3 will hopefully be able to track, sit right behind and get a lovely toe through as well. So they're my selections for day 4. I will create a written analysis for this. That'll be coming later for those that want that.